We definitely wish you the best of luck.
Most definitely.
Because, like I said, your shit is nice. Your shit is tight.
I will actually listen to it in 2015. Wait, so lead it right in.
Are we back?
Yeah, that's, you need to play us out with that because that is just too funny. That whole thing is just too funny.
As I suspected, this topic is crossing over segment after segment after segment.
Yeah. So we did get a few comments, and this one from Cat in Bermuda. It says, basically we have to worry about whether or not the child can give consent. And I think I'd sort of addressed about that. As far as in today's children, I don't think, the maturity level of today's children raised and weaned in this microwave society
That's what I say, it has to be
any chance.
A major societal shift for anything like this to even begin to happen.
Yeah. Also, she brought up a point about a grown man's dick can do a huge amounts of damage to a child, and I think that's gender specific. Obviously, I don't believe that pedophilia is only for men. I think, what about a female, pedophile, and true, and when you speak to these people, and when you think about the craziness that Artie was saying, these people intend to engage in loving relationships. Because I always thought a pedophile was a dude that's with the trench coat that sat inside the schoolyard, tempted the kids with candy, and fucked them up. Just fucked them up. They were monsters. These people feel in their brains that they're engaged in a loving relationship that is in some way consensual, and that the child and reciprocal. Yeah, that the child can, which once again, today's child, I don't think that's possible. But that's me. But I don't believe that if number one, I don't think traditional sex is always just the only way in which a person can show love, obviously. And I don't believe, and this is just me, I don't believe if one of these people who wants to give love, because as a grown-up, if I felt that I was hurting my mate, doing something that was causing discomfort and harm, I'm going to stop immediately, because my whole thing is to try and please this person, and vice versa. So
that's what I was trying to tell you before, Abe. He ain't trying to hurt you, son. He ain't trying to hurt you. I'm sorry.
So,
unlike some people in here, my shit is nice and tight.
So, you trying to tempt me? Is that what that was?
No. I'm just trying to confirm that I'm still nice and tight.
Still nice. So that's basically my thing. I don't believe that, because true, obviously you're talking about a grown man's dick, and a little kid, there's going to be a lot of ripping and tearing. I don't believe in their brains that they would even want to, if they want to give love or whatever, because like I say, this is just crazy. This is crazy. What age limit? That's another thing. I mean, because true. I mean,
on both ends. Quite frankly, that's the older end is what I was wondering. Like when is it just per individual? When do you stop being attracted? When the pubic hair grows in?
Yeah, when they start, their voices start to change. This shit is just really crazy. But like if the child is 4, right? A 4-year-old child, I don't think should. I see. That's why I say I think that my own moral compass says this has got to be bad, because a 4-year-old child is just basically just a blithering idiot. I mean, they're intelligent. They can learn and all that stuff. But there's no way that a 4-year-old child should, in my mind, be doing anything of a sexual nature with anyone who is they should be doing anything sexual. Period. That's me. They shouldn't be doing anything sexual at all.
They shouldn't be crossing the street by.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing anything. So I said it's just so difficult for me to separate that side of myself that says that this is wrong.
No doubt.
Man.
Anyway.
Because they said there's got to be some kind of cutoff age for these people. Even if this law or whatever, if it were accepted, there has to be something, because you can't have people taking people in utero trying to fuck around with babies that are 1-year-old or something like that. Because I know that's ridiculous, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm not here. I'm just saying. The fucked up thing is there's probably people out there.
Yeah, I know. So
and and then you have to just go fucking. Like he said, Mad Max, and they tried to shield themselves under any law that came of this.
Because there was a story we did when they remember those people like fucked up those that couple that abused that child, busted the kid up, and had sex with the child. The kid was like 18 months or something. The kid was all fucked up. Yeah. Okay. I just think it's wrong, but yo. Damn. I mean, like I said, I never had to even think about it on this line. But in any case, you want to talk about that or that crazy ass dumb broad that interviewed this dude?
You got the broad on queued up because I don't have it queued up.
Okay, well, you got that queued up. Let's just touch upon that because I think that's also equally wrong.
So not too long ago, we we discussed very briefly some environmentally proactive skinheads, neo-Nazis. You know, I had my little Hitler fun and et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, now we have a story of, I guess, normal skinheads who are doing bad stuff. Russian skinheads use social media to lure and torture LGBT teens. So, once again, you know, in connection, there are still people who feel that homosexuality is bad enough so that people need to be abducted, tortured, and, of course, killed. Infamous Russian ultranationalist and former skinhead Maxim Martisinkevich, known under the nickname Cleaver. I mean, good God. Anyway, spearheaded a countrywide campaign against LGBT teens using a popular social network, VK.com, to lure unsuspecting victims through the personal ads. Mr. Martisinkevich's numerous and enthusiastic followers started two projects, Occupy Pedophile and Occupy Gerontiolog. Allegedly, they are trying to identify and report pedophiles using these movements. Oh, so they're after pedophiles. In reality, over 500 online groups have been created inside VK.com social network in order to organize illegal militant groups in every Russian city. Oddly enough, their idea of fighting pedophiles targets exclusively male teenagers who respond to the same-sex personal ads and show up for a date. Captured victims are bullied and then often tortured while being recorded on video. These self-proclaimed crime fighters perform their actions under the broad daylight, often outside and clearly visible to the general public that indifferently passes by or even commend them. Wow, that's what.
You know, there's a video with this, and you know they're spraying the kid down with piss, and in this particular image that you're seeing right here, you know they got the kid. Basically sprayed up his nipples with some shit, sprayed his hands up with some colors, and then they got him holding a fucking rubber dong in his hand, you know, on his knees and shit, and while they're standing over him giving some kind of crooked thumbs up. I don't understand, how is this supposed to...
Yeah, pedophile, I mean...
because, I mean, because they said these are teens, because this is what I didn't quite get. They're teens that was responding to the ad of, you know, of some some older dude.
That so they're playing the role of the pedophile in these scenarios.
Yeah, so basically, you're just outing a teen. How is this helping? How the fuck is this helping? Because if this was a sting like that other dude show that you used to watch,
I love that shit,
where they used to pretend to be
to catch a predator,
where they pretended to be the child, therefore they catch the predator. But these guys are pretending to be the predator just to disgrace the child, that's disgraced the teen. And it said suicides, you know, in today's society, rather than coming back and killing these two motherfuckers, these people killed them. These teenagers killed themselves, you know. Or so these people are being persecuted horrifically for their sexual orientation. I mean, this image is terrible. I mean, if you see when you see the video clip, it's just
clearly misguided skinheads.
Yeah, that is. This is just, I mean, to me, I don't understand how this is supposed to help the teen in one way. You know, just what, you're going to shame the homosexuality out of the teen?
Yeah, well, that's what, you know, the fucking Christians do.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, but let's get this other one.
Well, this other thing is about the, well, I figured you'd love this story since you wrote a book. It's by now, hopefully everybody's seen the video. If not, I'm pretty sure you'll put some little clips up. I don't want to mess the guy's name up, but I think it's Reza Aslan, who was interviewed on, you know, everyone's favorite news channel, Fox, and he happens to be a scholar, a religious scholar of 20 years, PhDs and all this other kind of stuff, who's written several books on several different religions, one of which happens to be Christianity, but he is a Muslim. So the way the interview went was it turned out as a hit piece. That's what it seemed like, but a hit piece in which the interviewer basically used like crib notes, didn't brief herself whatsoever on this man's background, and was so biased and so, I mean, it almost appeared to me that she, that someone said, I want you to get this guy, and they didn't prep her. So she just knew that, you know, I have to get him, I have to tackle this point, I have to tackle that point, and she was just basically destroyed. She embarrassed herself, and it was one of the most embarrassing interviews I think I have ever seen in my life. I've never seen anything like this, and
so bad. Normally, people get fired for this type of shit.
I mean, and
since more than likely Fox put her up to it, you know. But as I said before, hopefully the backlash, and this is getting a lot of media backlash. You know, exposing the bias and this unprofessionalism of this organization. Hopefully, it'll be enough to, you know, they'll have to make an example of this stupid bitch.
Yeah, Lauren Green. Lauren Green is her name, and it was so embarrassing. First of all,
yes,
no, you have a comment on the topic, but it's cryptic a little bit.
Really, what is it?
I'll just read it.
You just read it verbatim, or you sure? Okay, it's long.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's cryptic. Like I said, men have always married young girls. It's history to think how many pedophiles in history. It was illegal because children need to grow, mature mentally and physically. It's wrong on so many levels. But let me tell you, all my life I've seen some. Let me tell any. And do mean any man who hit on, think of a child in a sexual way is a pedophile. To say can't wait till you grow up, because if wasn't law, they would fully try many levels of men/women who would date fuck with a child. It's too much.
Okay. Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
I don't even. Should I even put the name out there?
Yeah, because I mean they
this was KP. KP, and I can't, like, it's like maybe 2-3 more sentences, but I can't really understand the point.
All right, that's what it says, KP?
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm not even going to address that shit because it's just too fucked up and it's written too poorly.
But think of it this way. It not only is it fucked up,
I get what she's trying to say.
Definitely, you know why? Because Roman Polanski was thrown in the fucking had to leave the United States, you know, the director of Chinatown, all this other kind of stuff, because he fucked that 15-year-old girl. The 15-year-old girl, who is now a grown-up, admitted readily he was not her first. She was fucking. She was active. And it wasn't just teenagers that was hitting her. So apparently they were like, you know, I've heard dudes say this. If she's old enough to open her legs, I'll fuck her. And I'm like, but you have to use some kind of common sense there. But I mean, if a 15-year-old was like, hey, free pussy over here, I'm running. I'm thinking this is a sting operation. Now, and then
I thought you were running to it.
No, get the fuck out of here. I'm running away from it. But the fact is, you know, that she, you know, and I've heard so many other stories about celebrity teens and celebrity children growing up in that environment, you know, like Drew Barrymore and all that stuff, to get drinking and getting drunk and high at 8 and 9 and 10. I'm pretty sure some sexual shit happened too. You know, so I mean, this, like I said, a lot of this stuff is a reflection on society.
Well, of course,
a lot of it. So I'm even though that was incoherent, I'm pretty sure, especially back in the days when, you know, Master was going in the tent. I'm pretty sure Master wasn't going in the tent waiting for that fucking slave to be 18.
Right. And not only that, I also understand the point of, and I've heard, you know, especially men say it towards younger women, like, oh, she's going to look good when she grow up, or, you know, wait till she get older, like, and that kid would be like 15, 16.
Yeah, no, I've seen dudes that
if you give them a pass, right?
Like literally, I
if there's grass on the infield, play ball.
Yeah, and those are the kind of guys that I know that the only thing that's stopping them is the law. Then I'm pretty sure if somehow the law was like, today only, you know, fuck a girl of any age, these dudes would go screw these 14-year-old girls, the 13-year-old girls with these souped up bodies. I'm like, you know, so the only thing, you know, right, the only thing that's preventing them from acting on this is consequence.
But that's still different kinda. Fucking a 14 or 15-year-old with a souped up body
to somebody that looks like a cherub,
right?
You know, I mean that, you know, that's why I said, you know, this guy.
Not saying it's right.
Nah,
just saying that it's different.
You know, you're right. Fucking a cherub is just fucking horrible. I mean, yeah. But I'm glad we did get some comment, even though it was as cryptic as it was. And it was a woman that. Okay, wow. But as far as in the story that I was just talking about, you know, this Lauren Green, it was just another one of those stories, and hopefully we'll have a link to the video and a piece of the video. The guy's book is called Zealot, The Life and Times of Jesus of Nazareth. And basically the whole premise of this interviewer was to basically disgrace this man, saying that you're a Muslim and therefore you cannot write a book about Christianity without being biased. And he was trying to tell her over and over again, no, you dumb hoe. This is my job. I'm supposed to write about religions, plural. And one of them happens to be Christianity. He brought up many points. He's like, so how many books written by Christians on other religions? So in other words, all the Christian people that wrote about, you know, Islam or whatever else, they were supposed to be attacked. And also, the woman tried to make it seem like he didn't announce his beliefs, and he burned her ass alive by telling her, you know, not only he said, first of all, I challenge you to find any interview via print or video where I did not announce and alert people to my Muslim beliefs. And more importantly, it was on the second page. His biography is on the second page of his book. So whatever crib notes they gave this dumbass broad didn't include the fact that the man has been announcing his Muslim beliefs for over 20 years. So,
but you know what? The reason why this was done is because people who watch Fox News and think it's actually news will be like, yeah, she exposed that Muslim towel head turban motherfucker.
All you need to do is look at the comments. It's, you know, and we when you sent this to me, I said, you know what? The saddest thing about this is there's going to be a lot of dumb Americans that won't even realize that this woman is embarrassing herself. All they're going to say is, yeah, get that towel head, that rag head, yeah. You know, while they fucking, you know, watch TV or whatever. It's amazing that they won't even be intelligent enough to understand just how badly this woman showed her ass on television and was completely embarrassed. That last part about if you just look, you know, it's like, you know, contrary to what you may believe, I'm actually well known.
Yeah,
you know, I'm actually well known as one of the premier Muslim thinkers in America, and it's on the second page of the fucking book that you clearly did not read. I mean, the man showed a lot of patience, but he burned her ass alive.
Yeah, but like you said, we'll put the link up for you on Twitter, and probably I'll put a link up.
Definitely, everybody needs to see this. Video. Everybody needs to see this. You know, because this is basically, you know, this woman, if she were interviewing you, because I'm saying, can an atheist write a book or have any opinion on anything from a scholarly point of view?
I mean, again, I know the reason why I didn't even think to even bring it up, because it's just so cut and dry.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid this chick is, how biased Fox News is, how totally this dude destroyed this dumb asshole. You know, on television.
That he's an academic. It's like being an academic meant nothing to this fucking woman. Nothing at all.
But anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for stopping by. Once again, this is Insanity Check. You can comment on us on Facebook at Insanity Check. You can tweet to us at Insanity Check 12. You can join us. Please join us in our Google circles so you can be notified immediately when these stories come up on Insanity Check. And they will be up on our Google page. I'm sorry, our YouTube page.
Insanity Check Radio. What the fuck? There you go. Hey, the people were like, they were eating popcorn at it.
Love it, spat. Anyway, thanks again.
And also, hold on, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Subscribe to all this shit. You know, I mean, you want to get this stuff real time, subscribe to it all.
All the shit.
All of it, yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll be back next week.
Take care.